So as you can see, my angle has changed within my studio. I am really trying to figure out a way to use my new tripod. I got a new tripod and it is much taller than my old tripod. The old tripod used to sit up on my countertop here. I am going to be honest, this YouTube situation is not for the weak. It is not for the weak. It is not for the weak. I repeat, it is not for the weak. Content creators, alright, so today we're going to be talking about something that's been on my mind for the whole week. It's Friday. And I started thinking about making this video since Monday. And I figured, let me do my nails, right? And this time I'm actually going to do them because I have somewhere to go in a little bit. Good morning, by the way. If you're Eastern time zone, good morning. Wherever you are in the world, whatever it is for you, hi. Hello. You're returning. Thank you for coming back. Hey, friend. Wanted to talk about, these are the colors to choose from today, by the way. I'm going with OPI. Our color today is going to be Was It All Just a Dream by OPI. So today we're going to be talking about expansion and how to expand in whatever it is that you're doing, how to expand in life, how to expand in business. The word is expansion. It's been on my heart for the whole week. So I just wanted to touch base and share on it. Like, I actually sat down and made some notes about it. I'm using a manicure file. You could get this from your local CVS. I get these from the nail supply. I actually buy them in bulk. So actually, Amazon has these. Amazon has these. I have 3 points to touch on today, and hopefully by the time I'm done with these 3 points that my nails will actually be done and I could go on about my business. Expansion happens in the mind way before it leaves the four walls. So whatever room you're sitting in and thinking about expanding, expansion happens here first. Like, you mentally have to be there. Mentally, you're existing in your current situation, but mentally, your mind is thinking of something better, something greater, something bigger. And essentially, that's what expansion is. You want bigger, you want greater, you want more. Said every human ever, right? So if you've ever in your mind, while you're sitting in your current situation, thought about a better situation, whether it's in business, whether it is in education, whether it is even in your home, it can happen in any situation. But it first starts in your mind. For instance, I think in like 2013, I got into the industry 2011, 2012, right? 2011. I started doing nails like 2012, right? 2013, I attended a nail show. It was like a big beauty show. Actually, it's not a nail show. It's a big beauty show. I'm using Station Base. At that show, listen to me, okay? At that show, I met Lady Gaga's manicures. And while I was in that room with so many other nail techs, when I was introduced to her, I asked her, how did you become a celebrity manicurist? And she told me her story. She told me how she got into it. And at that moment, I knew that I wanted to work in production. Like, it was at that moment. Mentally, I started to expand my mind. Mentally, I started looking more into it. And that was the beginning of me expanding in my career as a celebrity manicurist. It's me trying to multitask. I'm really trying to multitask, but this video is going to get done. It's going to get done. I need it to get done. Once I found out that it was possible, expansion had already begun in my mind. Because for me, at that moment, I'm like, okay, yes, I have the salon, but Now I want to be a celebrity manicurist. That's what I want. Like, then realizing that my work was not ready yet. The work that happens on set was not the work that I was currently doing. So now I had the task of making sure that I turn my work into that which they're looking for. So that brings me to point number 2. You have to make room for your expansion. In order for you to expand, you have to make the room. You have to make room. And believe it or not, making room for expansion is the easy part, because mentally you have already thought about expanding. You already have a vision of where you want to be. So now all you have to do is make room. And in my situation, making room for me looked like perfecting my work, educating myself on what it took, getting connected to the right people, those people that would be able to bring me into the room that I was trying to get into. And that's called networking. Networking was so huge back then. And I feel like more people spoke about networking back then, and they don't speak about it as much as it pertains to business. But if you want to grow in any industry that you're in, and we're speaking about business right now, you have to be networked. Like, you cannot be afraid to talk to people, because someone always knows more than you do. They might know how to get you in through that door. They might know someone that knows someone that can help you, get your foot wet into the door. Long story short, I started perfecting my work. I started practicing. I started buying better products. I started connecting with other manicurists that were already doing what I wanted to do. And I think that's the problem nowadays. I feel like a lot of times we see what we want, but we're afraid to go after it. We're afraid to make the room for it. Like, we're afraid to speak to people, whether it's intimidation or we feel like a sense of competition or whatever it is. I do think that there's a sense of pride that has to be put to the side when you're trying to connect with people pertaining to your expansion. If you have vision and you've already got a glimpse of what is possible, you already have a glimpse of what your expansion looks like, what is possible, what you want. Like, you can see, like, before an architect builds a building, they kind of look at the foundation of what they're working with, and they see the potential first, right? They see the potential first, and then their mind starts to work of what this can actually be. That's expansion right there. So once you have vision and you have a glimpse of what expansion looks like, what your life could be like when you actually go for it, when you actually get to where you're going, when you actually step into the room, when you actually start to build, once you put your first brick down to build whatever it is that you're building, you will not want to stay in your current position. Which brings us to number 3 on the list on how to expand. You actually have to move. You cannot grow without making moves. There's no way you can grow by just sitting there and saying, I want to grow. If you haven't planted the seeds, there's nothing to harvest. So you have to start moving. Start planning. Start with a plan. I take that back. Start with a prayer. Pray about it. And that sounds so cliche, but it's real. Like, pray about it. Before you start to move, pray about it. And then make a plan. Write it down. When you write stuff down, it's easy to go back to it to see how far you've actually come. So remember, I told you I was in the room 2013. By 2014, I was on a Lenny Kravitz photo shoot. That opened so many doors for me. If you haven't seen that video of how I became a celebrity manicurist, refer to it. It's probably one of my first 3 videos. I got robbed for sure. Definitely got robbed. I got robbed for sure. Sis definitely robbed me. Like, I did not, I won't even tell you. Just go watch the video. I definitely got robbed. But I got my foot in the doors. And I think that was more important at that time because nobody deserves to work for free. I got my foot in the doors, and that opened so many more doors for me. That's where my expansion took place. But it started with me connecting because I mean, I didn't know this lady from a can of paint, and I met her through Instagram. So, and like I said, I won't keep talking about it. Just go watch the video. If it's something that you really want and you see potential and you know that if you put your mind to it, you are going to blow up. I mean, expansion has already started. Once you have it in your mind that I'm going to do this and there's no stopping me, and I mean, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be successful at it. Like mentally, you have to be there. The moment you start doubting yourself, it's going to show up in your work. It's going to show up in your confidence. It's going to show up how you present yourself, how you talk to people. And that's why you shouldn't doubt yourself. This fan I got from Amazon. I'll link everything below. Like I'll do the homework and link everything below. But I got this fan from Amazon. Top coat. This is Sesha. And you're probably wondering, why is she doing one hand and one hand is not done yet? That's how I do my nails when I'm just doing it myself. I like for one hand to be dry first before I go and do the other one. I'm weird like that. This Sesha top coat, like it, I mean, it does what it says. In French, Sesha means dry fast. So I'm guessing a lot of beauty brands are French. I don't know. At least the ones I deal with. What's up with me? What's up with me only dealing with these French beauty brands? I'll link it below. It's actually pretty good. I use this one on set all the time. And it dries really fast. It's like 5 minutes to touch. Alright, so we're on to the next hand. I think a lot of times when people think about expansion, they're thinking like, oh, this is out of my reach. Honestly, I am a believer that nothing that you truly want in this lifetime is out of reach. I feel like you can have anything that you want in this lifetime. That's me. We have people that think it's not true, but I feel like if you want it, you can have it. Like, you have to personally know me to know that I don't play when it comes down to something that I want. Like, if I make the decision that I want it, I'm going to go get it. Like, it's what you're willing to do, what you're willing to sacrifice, the time that you're willing to invest. Because a lot of times when people think about expansion as it pertains to business and even with school, I mean, honestly, even in life, like a lot of us associate expansion with money, with finances, with what we can afford, when honestly, time is priceless. And the time that you put into what you want has to pay off. That's why I say I can have whatever I want. Like, I can have whatever I want. You can have whatever you want. You can definitely have whatever you want. Doing my right hand with my left hand is crazy because I'm not ambidextrous. Child, I don't know. When I say that word, the island just settled in. Like it just took over. It just takes over my tongue. But it's so hard because it's like trying to color in between the lines, and I'm right-handed, so but if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to do the research, which a lot of times people stay where they're at because of what they don't know. It's what you don't know. But how bad do you want it? Are you willing to find out? Like, this is a true multitasking for me. Doing my right hand, recording and focusing on what I'm trying to tell you guys. I am dying right now. Help. If you're in your current situation and every day you wake up, you think that there's something better for you out there. And I know people will be like, oh, the grass is not always greener on the other side. And I feel like sometimes that saying helps people to settle. Or maybe it's one of those things that people use based on the situation. So I'm gonna take that back and say I guess it's based on the situation. The grass may not always be greener on the other side, but depending on where you are in your situation, the grass might actually be greener on the other side. Honestly, you might be sitting in dead grass. I think everything is situational and everything is based on perception. That is why success is not equal. You might want to be a millionaire and the person that's sitting next to you might just want to be a thousandaire. Like they just might want their account to look great just in the hundred of thousands. And you might want to be a multimillionaire. And to you, being a multimillionaire is your vision of success. And to that person, if they have 100,000 in their bank account, they feel successful. You know, if they have 200,000, 300, they've made it. They've made it, and it's probably far from where they started before. So when people talk about success, success is personal. Expansion is personal. All of it is personal. That's why it has to be mentally your vision. That's why mentally you have to be able to see yourself there. My camera's dying, girl. It's too many struggles happening today, friend. Too many struggles. My camera is dying. I'm trying to multitask and polish my right hand on camera. I'm stressed. I'm stressed, and I definitely hope this video helps somebody out. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Obviously, no manicure is done without cuticle oil. This is from Chanel. I think I introduced this to you guys in my last video, the one where I told you guys about my work being featured at Target. So this is the L'Huile Camila from Chanel. I'll link it also. No one walks around with dry cuticles. No sane person walks around with dry cuticles. I remember when like our cuticles used to rip as kids, my mom would be like, oh, it's because you're stingy. Like island people have the most, I don't know where they come up with this stuff. Somebody please tell me if your parent would say this to you. Like island people, unmatched. And of course, I mean, she's a keeper. The Chanel La Crème, the hand cream by Chanel. She's a keeper. She's my fave. I can't even lie. My favorite, and she goes wherever I go. Alright guys, so my manicure is done. That actually brings us to the end of this video. I really hope that you guys like this video. I had to lay it somewhere. Like I had to take it off my heart and put it down somewhere. And I was like, I'll just make a YouTube video about it. And boom. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. I'm trying to show you guys my nails. Alright. This is how my nails came out. Comment and let me know if this video resonated with you. If it's something that you want to see more often, let me know. If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, I honestly don't know what you're waiting for, but I forgive you. Like, you can go subscribe now. And if you're returning, hey friend, thank you so much for coming back. I do want to start engaging with you guys more often. If you're watching my videos, I would love for us to be able to engage as I build this community. So go ahead, comment below, let me know what you thought about this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.